Channa 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 3x.
Yeah.
And we are Silence of Loud.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of my podcast. We have very special guests today, all the way from Sri Lanka. We have the brothers of Silence of Loud. Hi guys.
Hello. Channa, how are you?
I'm good. I'm
there?
good. How are you guys? How's the situation in Sri Lanka now?
So we are doing a good way. We were waiting for the player gig on Uncage on
Right.
31st of October, but unfortunately it has postponed.
Yeah, because of the
It was,
new COVID cases, right?
yeah, exactly.
Fast. It's the third wave, I think, in Sri Lanka, and it's spreading so fast. Now we have to keep inside the homes.
Right. It's really, I mean, it's really sad thing because all this COVID here also it's really affecting the musicians, right? Because
Yeah,
they don't have work, they don't have gigs, so it's really hit. So
yeah.
you guys, Silence of Loud, I got to know you guys probably like last year. I saw because I got connected with Pubudu, and Pubudu is, I think, is one of your biggest supporters, right? So he keep on
Yeah.
sharing your music. So that's how I got to
Yeah.
know you. Before we start, can each one of you tell what you do in the band and introduce yourself?
All right. First, I take the chance. So I'm Ashen Sandaru. So I'm the main vocalist and frontman of the Silence of Loud, and mainly write down some lyrics and also uh, show others.
Sometimes a melody composer also, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then
To
Kaveesha.
others.
Hello, I'm Kaveesha Karunarathne. I'm the drummer. Yeah, I'm the drummer.
And he also producing music also
Wow.
Yeah, I
and
write
lyrics.
songs.
He's making amazing guitar riffs.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
The record is. And I am Sajith Sri. I'm the bassist, and I think that's it.
I'm Sachithra Jayawickrama. I'm the guitarist.
Right. And then lastly, Kavin, right?
So
Yeah,
I'm
Kavin
Kavin
Harshana.
Harshana and just
Yes, it. He's the heart of the band, I think. Without Kavin
Yeah,
Harshana and Sachithra Jayawickrama and other members, we are nothing.
yeah.
I think it's Kavin
So
is
that's it.
Kavin's connection got stuck, right? Kavin, you're there?
Yeah, because of rain.
I'm
No,
here. Also, I
Right. Okay. Um,
just
so guys,
all good.
before we talk about Silence of Loud, can you guys talk about little bit about each of your childhood and your earliest memory of music?
Ashen,
Mm,
get your chance.
okay. So I have a great memory. I guess indeed I had a great childhood when I was 3 years old. When I performed first time on a stage, uh, I sang a song. That song called "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion.
Right.
I think you guys know. Uh, it's the first time I sang a song in front of the crowd. Uh, so then my mother, uh, she brought every cassette piece and everything. In early 90s, we don't have any digital music player or something. We
Right.
just have only cassette piece, right? So she brought me every cassette piece, and I used to listen them. And yeah, I start to sing with them actually. So I guess it's the start of this path.
Right. Who else? Sachithra.
Uh, I was into the music because of my parents. They are not musicians, but they. But my father has a lot of vinyl collection. Then I
Right.
used to listen it, and you know, and he brought me this CD, the Carlos Santana's, all that time.
Right, Santana.
This is the
Yeah.
changing point of my life.
Yeah. And his father is a great rock and roll head and metal
Yeah.
head.
Rock and roll it.
So Sajith Sri. So how about you?
I think I am the oldest from these four fellows. Uh, don't ask my age right now. When I was a child, I had a cassette player in my house. It belongs to my father, and the first album I heard, uh, according to my memory, it was a collection of many bands. It called Band Tune, given by Pepsi. So I collected some labels of Pepsi. I gave it to the shop and get the cassette. There
Right.
were beautiful songs from Bon Jovi and right now I don't remember the artist, and Backstreet Boys and some other artists and bands. And so I used to hear that, and after that I had a friend. We call him Panda, and Panda gave me album of System of a Down and Scorpions,
Right.
and then I used to listen them, and that's my beginning.
Right.
And also my brother is also a musician. He's a singer. He's my teacher, and he gave me a lot of songs, and so I came to the music like that.
Right. So Kaveesha, how about you?
I was a member of a school marching band, so we played some brass band covers, like so many stuff like Western music stuff. And someday we covered a song called Diary of Jane from Breaking Benjamin. So that was my first metal experience. Then I slowly became a metalhead. So I look into drums and stuff, and I played drums. Bands like, I heard some bands like Dream Theater, Skid Row, Guns N' Roses. That was my experience.
Right. Lastly, Kavin, how about you?
So yeah, so in my childhood, I was listening to, because of my father, and also from the church, I was like listening to more into Western, like a local Western, like Clarence, like, yeah, Clarence and Milton Malachi, like that stuff. Uh, that's that's how I more into the music. I came to music because I love that music, Clarence and guitar stuff. You know, yeah, basically.
Right. So guys, can you tell me a little bit about each of your favorite music or your influence, your number one influences, each of you?
It's very hard. Actually, very hard. I have two categories. Okay.
Right.
Basically, from local artists, I used to listen, as Kavin says, Clarence Amadadeva. After that, Victor Ratnayaka, Milton Mallavarachi, Kasun Kallara, and Nadi Guruge, and one of my brother. He's not my own brother, but he's the one who teach me to how to play guitar.
Right.
His name is Chaturanga, and so main influences are them actually in local. after that, in from other countries, I used to listen Guns N' Roses. First time I used to listen Alter Bridge. Okay, then I found more bands like Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, Avenged Sevenfold, uh, more like Gojira, like them. So then I became as a metalhead,
Hmm.
and it's the first experience I get.
Right. How about the others? Saji, you want to go? Saji?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zaji.
So I was also
Sunflower.
listening to Clarence
Sunflower.
Clarence and Milton Mallavarachi and uh, many other local artists and local bands like Marians and Gypsies, Kasun Kalhara, Indra Chapa, and Nadika and other artists. And then I was listening to the metal music for the first time with my friend. He introduced me some bands, international bands like SOAD, Scorpions, Metallica, and Linkin Park. So I felt that's so wonderful. That music is so energetic and so fantastic. And then I love to play some uh, rock music and metal music. And after become a member of this band, Silence of Loud, so I improvise my skills and everything with my guys.
Right. So Saji, who is your like favorite bassist?
Steve Harris, uh, Marco from Nightwish, and that's it. There are some players also, but my favorite, those are my favorites.
Right. Sachithra, how about you?
In local, I used to listen Clarence, Rohana Veer Singh, Amaradeva, and international bands. I used to listen Megadeth, Black Label Society.
Right.
Zach Wiley is my all-time hero.
So as a guitarist, who do you look up to, Sachithra? Like who your favorite guitarist?
Zach Wiley is my favorite.
Wow, that's
Like,
cool. Because actually Zach Wilde is one of my favorites also.
wow.
Two years ago, I was able to meet him actually. I went to Generation X and
Seriously?
yes,
Wow.
so I was able to meet him. That's like one of my most favorite, one of my favorite moments actually.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of my dream. I want to meet Zach Wiley.
Yeah, he's so humble actually. He's so down to earth. I didn't expect that he will be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kaveesha, how about you? Who are your like favorite music and
Actually, I used to listen all kind of Sri Lankan music, Sunflower and every stuff. Then after became a fan of metal, then I start to listen some glam metal stuff. I'm a huge fan of glam metal. That's Motley Crue.
right?
And
Comedy.
yeah, bands like Firehouse, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Skid Row, so many bands. Then and then some progressive metal as well. Yeah.
Right. Who is your like favorite drummers?
There are a lot of drummers, and my favorite drummer is Mike Portnoy,
Right.
and then Danny Carey, Steven Adler, so many, and guitarists as well.
Right. So, Kavin, can you tell me a little bit about what's your like favorite music and who is your like influences for guitar?
Um, so I used to listen like many varieties of music. I mean, um, I was listening to like kind of symphony, symphonic metal, and also like orchestral type of metal, and like kind of that. I mean, and I was listening to Nightwish and Epica as well, and after that, I used to listen Guns N' Roses, like glam metal and rock and roll band, and yeah, um, and I would say Jimmy Page and Joe Perry, uh, and Jimi Hendrix, like kind of my heroes, and I really love them. Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
can you tell me about how did you guys got together? How did you like first meet, and how the Silence of Loud happened?
Oh, it was Sachitra's idea, actually.
That was my dream. I want to start a band, like a metal
Right.
band. I I found I'm looking for a vocalist. So I found Ashen introduced by Geet and Janna. So then after that I invited Kavin, and Kavin invited to Sajith. Yeah. Then Ashen, you invited
Yeah.
Chanaka, you know.
Yeah, Chanaka, he's the first drummer. Actually,
Drama.
we call him Jima. So he's
Jima.
the first drummer before Kaveesha. After that, after the first gig, he left the band. Then Sachithra brought Kaveesha. That's how started the Silence of Loud.
How Kaveesha came to the band.
Yeah,
He played one
from
gig
this.
with Jima, right? First gig.
Yeah, our first gig. Yeah, actually, it's called Adimatra in
Yeah.
Kandy.
Right.
After that, Jima left. So then our knew this bugger, this little
Yep.
fellow of ours.
Bugger.
So you guys are like based around Kandy, all of you, or
Ashena is from
No,
Vattam.
Vatal.
All
I'm from Vatal.
Boys. Yeah, Vettala.
Kavish is saying he's from Kandy, but he's also from
I'm
far
not from
away from
Kandy.
Kandy.
He's from Kurunagala.
northwestern.
right? Because I remember going to Kandy. Maybe that was like 2004, 2005. I watched one rock company gig. Because
He was in
I
grade 1 that time.
yeah, I'm friends with Mirshad and the Paranoid Link guys. So I was staying with them, and then that gig had like Stigmata, Whirlwind, and all the bands at that time. We had a great time. How's the metal scene now in like in Canada? Of course, not now with the pandemic, but before pandemic. How's the scene now in Canada?
We had a great concert there in the last year. Also, we had several gigs in Kandy.
But it was
And
like
there
after a
are
long
many
time.
upcoming bands.
Yeah, it was like after 7 years. I mean, like last gig before the 2019 last gig happened in 2013. Rockstorm, I guess. So it happened in 2013. I remember Forsaken, like one Afghanistan band, and Paranoid also they played, and so after that I think like nothing happened between these 6 years, 7 years. Nothing happened in Kandy, so it was like just like a long break. So after that, 2019 in July, right? The Revival Fest happened.
June.
June. So yeah, because people also like going to Colombo, Paranoid also now in Colombo, and I
Bands are
think
leaving.
yeah, I would say most of metalheads who live in Kandy, they went to Colombo, and they now living in Colombo like that.
Mm.
So, but again, now between in 2 years, again Kandy, it's pop up, rock scene, and metal scene, So it's really great. I mean, again, uh, Candy rock community. It's again reuniting, and it's really great.
Yeah. One of the bands I loved back then was, I'm not sure if they were really from Kandy. Remember the band Tapas? There was a band
Yeah.
called
Mantra Rock.
Tapas.
Yeah, Tapas.
It's from Candy.
Raju.
Raju, yeah, Raju.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
So you guys decided to create, like, you guys started the band. So maybe, I don't know if Sachithra can answer, but why the name Silence of Loud? What are you trying to say from the name?
I took it from the Metallica song called "For Whom the Bell Tolls."
Can you repeat that
And
again? Sorry, I couldn't hear properly.
I was took that name from Metallica, a song called "For Whom the Bell Tolls."
All right, right. But how did you settle, because I mean, there's so many different genres now, and you can play so many different metal genres. So how did you sort of settle into this, glam based glam genre, but and also you're singing in Sinhalese as well, right? Some songs are in Sinhalese. So is this develop over time, or you were sort of planning for that?
No, actually, we just jam with ourselves. So the output is just it's very similar to 80s and 70s sound.
Right.
Uh,
Because
so
the
we
sound
just
is very unique. The
Hmm.
guitar
yeah,
sounds and everything is very unique. That's why we play glam metal we plan to go as a glam metal band.
Right. Yeah. I was looking at I was doing some YouTube videos, looking at your songs, what you have posted. There's this one song that comes up a lot of times, is Avakashe. That's I think that's one of my favorite songs also from you guys. Can you tell me a little bit about that song, because that seems to be one of your famous songs, right?
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Kavin Harshana.
That's the most popular one of our songs.
What's the message of that song?
so so it's mean I came to this melody and with the lyrics at the same time. I mean, I just came to melody in one night, and I was just writing on that melody, and it was just my kind of experience, So, and I done it in 2016, but I didn't record it or nothing. I mean, I didn't do anything with the song. I just create the melody and wrote the song, and fortunately I found these guys, band members, and we needed to create one song for our first concert, not first concert. second one, right? Rock Saturday.
Right.
So then I
Yep.
suggest that I have one song with like complete. I mean, uh, I create this riff also as well. Then we played. Then we played together, and it was really energetic, you know. So it was really fun to play that song.
We
Yeah.
made that song the day before
Yeah.
the concert.
Yeah, day before the concert, Rock Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just one night played.
Yeah, it seems to be like a fan
Yeah.
favorite already, right? That song.
Also,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it
yeah.
was the first
And
gig
it's
of
also my
Kaveesha.
favorite, one of my favorite.
Right. And then you guys release the English lyrics song "Pain and Scream," which is really good song. And I know also you guys you this song was like mixed and mastered overseas, right? Is it the case?
US.
US.
USA.
So can you tell me about the "Pain and Scream" song?
Yeah, that song has the song is about the East Attack, the what happened in last year in April 21st.
Right.
This happened on
And that
so
time I was in Ashen's home.
During
yeah. We were stuck in there. So our producer, he's from USA. His name is Jet Brewer. So when the attacks happened, then Kavin also with me. Uh, so then we heard the news. So and then our producer Jet Brewer has called me, and he said only one thing: Ashen, just stand against that and tell to the world how this happened. So basically, I told Kavin. Um, I just start write down the lyrics step by step, and Kavin also, uh, yeah, Kavin also create some
I just
report.
came to one
So
like a riff, and
that,
Ashen wrote on that. Right?
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah, that's how it's
remember.
happened.
So yeah, so the song finally
Wow.
came up.
Wow, that song is like very meaningful because guys, I'm actually from Nigambo. I'm from that place where the church bomb actually happened. That's my town. That's my village actually. And
really,
yeah, we lost a
Torpedo, right?
lot of neighbors, a lot of friends from that thing. And even my mom was at the church at that time. It's really horrible what happened. And
Yeah,
really,
yeah, after that happened, like we couldn't lot of friends who were like staying in abroad from the same town, we couldn't sleep for weeks. We couldn't sleep for weeks because we were so shocked what happened. That because Nigambo used to be like a very peaceful place, right? You never
yeah,
heard of those
exactly.
things, and everybody lived
Yeah,
together, all the nationalities lived in peace, and it was so horrible. But it's so
yeah,
great that you guys actually write a song about it, and it's very meaningful.
yeah,
Yeah, also that I think that melody also came to that what happened, you know, like we was just shocked on that day really, and we went out to help people, and but
yeah. Me
uh,
and Kavin, I remember that.
yeah, and like we were
We
just
both.
shocked that like whole days, yeah, and we really glad we made that, yeah.
Right. So how do you guys like, of course now that lockdown you cannot do anything, but how do you guys normally practice together? So because you're like one person is in Vatala, so you guys, how do you meet up? How do you do it? Do you do it like every week, or how do you do the practices and rehearsals?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
we
schedule.
used for a week, but now I'm stuck at home. So normally I went Kandy, and after that, a minimum 2 days, we just try to practice and making music and stuff. So now totally everything has stopped now with the
Right.
pandemic.
Right.
That's the minor point.
So you guys were planning to, I was also really excited that there was a gig happening which was uncaged. So you're saying that it might not happen, it might be postponed. But what were you
Yeah.
planning for that gig? What were you planning to do for that gig? Any surprises you were planning for that gig?
Yeah, we had a
Exactly,
few more
exactly.
songs.
Yeah, more
We have
new
done some
ideas
new changes in the
couple
band,
of
and
yeah.
so, but unfortunately, it's gone. It will be happening soon.
Yeah,
Postponed
we were
until
waiting to
12th of December.
yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you guys working on any new songs? Plan to put any new songs out?
Yeah,
uh Now basically we are working on our debate album. Exactly, actually. So now we can we couldn't promise about a date, but maybe in next time we can do something new.
Right, right.
We'll see with the
Yeah,
pandemic stuff is over, how is it goes.
right,
We'll see.
right. Yeah. So, guys, I know that how's the response you had from the fans in Sri Lanka, the metal fans. Uh, did you expect the response you get on the gigs that when you started this band?
Yeah, exactly. It's a huge step. Actually, feedback is uh, very great. We have every when we perform every gig after that, we had a good feedback. Actually,
Actually, we didn't expect this much fan cheer soon, but
yeah.
uh, we are so lucky, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys even you even did the acoustic gig, right? For acoustic event.
Saturday, yeah.
Yep. Last year, I guess last year February. I guess
Yeah, yeah,
it's also acoustic Saturday by Surya Brothers.
Right, right. So as I said when we were starting this discussion, Pubudu and Surya Brothers has been a big supporter. So how did you guys meet Surya Brothers? How did that relationship started?
Oh, one of Kubudhu Surya Peruma's friend, one of he, Dulanjana, yeah. So he first time, uh, yeah, he saw one of my cover song on Facebook. After that, he called me and he talked me, Malli band Patangana like that. So we were performing at our first gig at Kandy. It's called Adimatra. After that, Kubudu has watched some of our videos and he directly called me and asked for me to perform at Saturday. So I said yes. That's cool, man. I mean, so that's how mainly metal community know about us.
Right, right. Okay, so what's your message to the people you support you come to your gigs? What's your message? It's a difficult time right now, so what each one of you can say something to them, a message.
Yeah,
Of course, hands.
this is a critical
Yes,
situation.
agree.
It's
Yeah.
it's spread all around the world, and we have to stay safe inside the homes. I would like to say our viewers, stay inside the homes. Don't come without any specific reason. Stay away from the society right now, and everything will be going good soon. And hope to see you guys on this stage near future as soon as possible. And stay safe. That's our
Yeah.
message to our viewers.
Share
Yeah.
hands.
Stay safe. Stay safe and support your local artists.
And also, some new events are happening on many bands are doing with the YouTube and other platforms, and support them, uh, share their stuff, and uh, be with musician always in the internet.
Yep.
We can uh, we can meet you soon in near future. I think everything will be fine.
Right. Others want to say anything?
Ashen?
The same thing I had to say. You told already.
Yeah, it's just have to take certain personal responsibility during this time, right? So because it's up to you to be stay safe, right? So
Yeah.
guys, anybody you want to shout out to? Your friends, your girlfriends, your fans, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yep. Don't laugh, man. Hold on. Exactly. We must mention here our producer Jet Braver from USA. He's the one who mixing our all stuff in there. And after that, yeah, he got for us a big opportunity, from mastering stuff, our stuff from Steve Hall, uh, and who's the Lamb of God producer? Sachithra?
Gene Freeman,
You remember him?
the machine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the machines. So those stuff, and I mentioned our audio recording engineer, Chaturanga Randatta from Montage Records, and personally to my mother, she's the one who support me, and my girlfriend also. So and my friends, exactly. I have a little circle around me. Actually, I need mention one of my friends, Berlin, Nabil Pinto, Sanju, and
The NASA gang.
Kavin, NASA gang, exactly. Yeah.
NASA.
Sajith Sri and is everyone from near my town and my school friends also. So I need to thank you all for the support. Much love.
How about you,
Yeah.
Sachithra?
I want to thank my parents because they give me a huge support for us, not for me, for all of us.
Yeah, exactly. They are the silent heroes behind us.
All silent heroes, right?
And also, Sachitra's parents are helping us so much without any condition.
Right.
We respect them always.
And Kavin Harshana as well.
All parents of our members, we love them.
Yeah.
Right. Kaveesha, your message?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who support me and my parents, my sister, and everyone, and the NASA gang, and all the members in the band. Yeah, that's it.
Right. I think Kavi got disconnected, right?
So
Yeah. I think
Are you serious?
yeah. He got
Oh,
disconnected.
shit.
he's gone.
So sad, man.
Yeah, it's you know, the internet is it's it's a very tricky thing actually.
Shitty.
But Saji, I think it seems to be you're from Anuradhapura, but the connection seems to be very stable. Huh?
I got a hotspot from my brother's phone. For my phone, I don't have a connection here. Thanks.
Yeah. So guys, as I said, I really enjoy your music, and hopefully someday, if I come back to Sri Lanka, I will be able to see you guys. And I wish you all the best.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
the gig will happen. Some gigs will happen. The situation will become good. So lastly,
Yeah.
tell everybody how they can follow you and how they can access your music online.
Yeah, we are on Reverb Nation, Bandcamp, and YouTube also. And anyone can contact us with Facebook, Messenger, and Instagram
And
also.
Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram,
Silence of Loud.
Silence of
Yeah.
Loud. Search keyword Silence of Loud, and you can message us, call us, criticize. We can do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What
It's
you
okay.
want.
Yeah, what you want to say about us, directly say it to us. It's
Are
okay.
you guys are also on
Exactly.
Spotify already or not yet?
No,
No,
no, not
we are
yet.
heading to put our stuff on Spotify, Deezer, and Apple as soon
And
as
Apple
possible.
Music.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, guys. So thank you for joining the podcast, and all the best. Stay metal.
Thank you very much. And
Okay. And also,
it's
we
a
would like to thank you, Channa, and you are doing such a great job with the musician, and
exactly.
much appreciated.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You.
And much respected.
Thank you. Silence of Loud, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yes,
Safe.
man.
Yeah.
See you soon in Colombo.
Stay safe, man.